Alright guys, I'm back and I've been working on my base a little bit, trying to basically clear out some space down here so I can move all my machines and my factory type stuff down here, which is the new plan. So I've just been doing some digging, moved out this wall a bit so I can have the stairs. Don't know if I'm happy with them quite yet. They are kind of hard to go back up. So what I'm thinking is I'll probably have like an open area where I can just jetpack up and down if I want. Still got to figure that out. This is kind of, it looks cool, but it's a bit annoying to come back up. So if I'm going down there a lot, kind of want to fix that. So then I've got my energy storage here, and then the idea with this is it's like an ore drop off where I put my, go mining or whatever, put my ores in here, and then that's gonna get piped down here into like automatically into the macerator, which I'm thinking I'll put like a kind of a wall here, maybe right about here, and kind of have like all my pipes and machinery behind this, and then there's just like a control panel type looking thing here, the wall, and everything comes down automatically, and then I don't know if I'll pipe it back up into another chest here. Behind it, maybe I'll have another layer of chests. I'm not really sure yet, so I'm going to play around with it. But that's the concept, is to have all the factory machines downstairs. And basically just item storage for like armor and weapons and whatnot up here. And energy recharge station. And all the crafting and stuff happens down there. But I'm not 100% yet, so I'm just like playing around with ideas, seeing what's going to work. Okay, we're back. And actually a lot has happened since last time. I redid a whole bunch of stuff, so let me just start with up here. I had this problem where I noticed my MFEs weren't charging during the day. Like they were actually losing a bunch of power because of the factory setup I made downstairs, which I'll show in a bit. But the problem was there were so many solar panels. They were all filled up, but they weren't able to dump their charge quick enough into the MFEs. So I got rid of the bat box and switched it up to this glass fiber cable, and that can carry larger packets of EU. I think it's 512 per tick. So now there's no problems, and those MFEs are charged up nicely. So yeah, if you have that much power going through copper, it just simply can't go through. There's a good tool to debug this called the EU reader. Lets you you just click right click once, and then you wait a bit, and you click again, and it shows you how many EU per tick travel through that wire. So it's looking at about 40 right now, which is over 32 obviously, and that's why it was bottlenecking before. So I redid this. So as I mentioned, I did make a hole here so I can just jetpack around up and down. Put the bed. I've got another area here. I don't know what I'll do here yet. Probably another type of factory or something in the future. But here's the cool stuff. This thing is called the Industrial Information Panel. You make one of these, and then you make a bunch of extenders. So in this whole thing, there's actually only two of the original one. There's this guy here, and then for the clock there's another one, and the rest are just extenders. But anyway, the way this works is you hook them all up, you give them a redstone charge to turn them on, and then you put these cards in, and depending on what type of card you put in, it does a different thing. So this one has a time card, which is just a simple recipe. You can't do it there. Huh. Yeah, it's just a clock and a circuit. This one's a bit more complicated. What you do is you basically build this thing called the energy sensor, yeah, this thing, energy sensor kit, and you make that, and then you just equip it and right click on like an MFE or anything like that, and it creates a card. And then you can combine multiple cards into one of these location cards that has like multiple, up to 6, and you slap that in here, and then it'll show you all the different stats, and you can like check more stuff to see more stats. But I kind of like this because it was nice and succinct, and the text, I found if I put too many things, it kind of got all cramped and looked kind of silly. So that's that. And then I got all my chests set up down here. I've got my ores, my dusts, unsmelted or unprocessed ores, and normal stuff, and then all the special stuff. I got all the machines, the transposer, the squeezer, just the bench, roller, carpenter, and the centrifuge. And they're all hooked up underneath. I'll go back there in a sec and show you how that looks. I've got 2 centrifuges going, doing stuff with the pyrite dust, and got the enchanting room. And this is the cool part. So I've got all the high speed machines sitting here, and I built hoppers. So it basically lets you put in 4 stacks, and then it just feeds it into this machine one by one, as fast as it can. And it lets you kind of like dump a bunch of crap in there when you get back from mining or whatever, and it just goes through it. But I've got this fancy setup, and what it does is, so using those pipes, oops, it basically, anything that is made in the furnace or the macerator here, it gets sucked out of this out of using a wooden pipe. And the way it works is wooden pipes are the only kind that remove items from stuff. So yeah, there's a wooden pipe, and you have to power it with an engine. So that's why the engine's there. And so whenever you throw something in here, can you macerate bread? No. I need to get some ores. And so I can just dump, let's get the coal on this guy, and you can just dump it all in there. And yeah, so you can see it starts to feed it through this guy. And the reason there's a stick here is because sometimes ores will go in there, which you don't want, and the stick just kind of takes up the room. But yeah, anyway, so you can see it does it, pumps it out of the machine. And iron pipes are basically just like one-way pipes. You use a wrench to change the direction. But yeah, so that just pumps it out through here. And yep, gold pipes speed things up, and they're pretty cheap. It's just gold, so I thought I'd make some, kind of speed up the process. But then I have that all going into a chest. So when I get back from mining, I can just drop all my stuff in the macerator hopper. It runs through, and then all the stuff, yeah, you can see the iron showing up here, just shows up. And I have the furnace hooked up in the same way, so grab a stack of iron, break it up into 2 just so it'll go faster, and there you go. And it does the same thing, so I can head back there. And yeah, just coming right out. And there's a whole bunch because these engines are warmed up, so it pumps them out pretty quickly. And I just leave them running because if you turn them off and on, they just take forever to start up. And it's not really a big deal. I got a ton of solar cells now, so. And all those machines are powered by one single engine, and it uses this conductive pipe, and you can see that blue stuff, the charge going through it. So that's convenient. And I've got room for like 2 more ish. So if I need more, I'll just slap them on the end there. And yeah, there's the wiring. And I actually had a problem here, where I had my centrifuges that are over there now. They were sitting over here, but by the time when all this stuff was running, they would actually lose power and go really slowly. So I haven't figured out how to fix that yet, like how to boost the power. So I have them over here on a separate line. Maybe I need to like have one line that's like high voltage so that these machines can run, because if I run this thing constantly, it will actually drain and eventually stop. So I gotta figure that out. But for now, I'm pretty happy with this setup. My next, like, I left this room here for if I need to create some sort of factory that does like a particular, like, you know, A to B to C to D products. I've got room to put a bunch of machines here. So I'm kind of leaving that. And this side, I think it kind of looks a bit weird because there's a space here, but because of the piping it had and the switch to keep these on all the time, it had to be that way. So unfortunately, it's like that for now, but it's okay. These things are all on all the time. It takes energy, but I built a bunch of solar panels, so I'm not too worried. And yeah, I always sit at 100% during the day. During the night, it actually it's usually good because the cells up top have their own buffers, and the MFEs store quite a bit, so never really run out of power. Only time I've seen it happen is if I charge up all my armor and all my tools while it's nighttime or something. What else did I do? I got, oh yeah, this thing, the lap pack. It took me forever to find enough lapis to make it, but it's basically a battery pack that you can wear, and if you're using a drill like this one, when you use it, oh, I don't have my jetpack on, of course. When you mine with it, it just, see, it's full. It just takes the charge from here, and oh, I'm wearing my solar hat, so it'll actually charge it while I wear it, which is kind of neat. So I use that when I'm mining, because, you know, if I'm just strip mining, it's in a tunnel, don't need to be jumping anyway, so it's super useful, because then this drill has like no, the storage is so tiny, it runs out after like 20 blocks or something. I think that's everything that I did since I filmed last. It's actually been several days because I was moving, so I just been doing this on and off because I didn't really have time to record anything. But that's my new base setup, and got some grass down here, a little bit of water, trying to make it look nice. But yeah, that's it for now on the base. I'm gonna try to figure out what I want to build next. I'm kind of interested in the forestry stuff, making like an automated tree farm, which I think would be pretty fun. But there's also something else I wanted to do, which was there's like brewing and stuff, and you can like ferment apples and stuff like that, which is kind of interesting. Kind of goes with the forestry thing, but there's so many different mods to play around with. I just needed to pick one and start building something. But I'm pretty good for materials. I've been mining a lot just because I didn't have time to do much else. So I've got a pretty good stockpile, so probably figure something out to do with all that stuff and expand this base a little bit. Maybe I got room here for something and something here. I want to make some sort of like big automated system to take some raw items and turn it into something cool just on its own in like a big production line. I think that'd be kind of fun to set up. I just gotta figure out what. Diamonds, of course, is a cool goal, but and I know you can do that with coal, but honestly, strip mining, I can find enough diamonds, so I'm not super strapped for that. Maybe I'll do something to do with food or something like that. But we'll see. Anyway, that's my base.